Hello, good evening. And this coaching call is going to be about clarity in your vision. When we feel our best, when we feel good, we tend to do our best. And it's really easy when you're happy and things are going your way. It's very easy to follow your plan. It's very easy to follow your protocol and do what needs to be done. But what the challenge is for all of us, including myself, yours truly, is when things are stressful, when you've had a tough day at work, or your children are just driving you crazy, whatever it is, you're in a bad mood, you're tired, you're stressed, and that's when it's hard to focus on the plan. But what I want you to get right now is that it's normal. We all go through it. And the key is to just get better and better at handling those moments. Again, it's about being intentional, and that's what this training is going to be about. Okay, so that is the challenge, is when we don't feel well, because we really get caught up in our feelings. I don't feel like working out, or I don't feel like cooking, or I don't feel like meal planning. Again, we can't let our feelings control our actions. We got to let our intentions, our vision control our actions. We got to begin with the end in mind. So you really got to think about where you're at and what you're doing, and don't let your feelings or your bad moments control you. We're all grown, and we can be responsible and be accountable for our actions. And I'm going to give you some strategies to help you overcome that. So again, the challenge is when we don't feel well, and what do we do about it? And we all made the decision to be better, do better, eat better, live better. We all want to lose weight. We all want to be healthier. We want to live longer. We want to have more energy and everything that comes with living a healthier lifestyle. So it's beyond just looking good. We want to feel good. We want to add more years to our life and more life to our years. And that's really what it's all about. Really focus on who that best you really is, that better you. Who is that person? Because we get glimpses of it. That's when we're on fire, when we get a taste of who we really want to be. We have moments of that. But the fact is, we got to envision that person we want to become and actually put ourselves in that place. Who are we when we are that person? Because again, we do experience it from time to time, but the point is to exercise that over and over again until we are that person. So what is that person going to do today to get better? What is that person going to read today, cook today, eat today? That person is in you because you are envisioning that person. She's here right now. It's not just a future. It's about bringing your future into now and starting to act as if. The ones that succeed are the ones that are intentional, the ones that see themselves succeeding and acting accordingly. So when things get wrong, that's when you have to reset your focus. You have to reset who you are, who you're going to be, and bring that focus back to that person. And again, the key word is it's intentional. Don't just wait till you're in the mood or you feel like it. Because one thing I wanted to share is you got to generate the feeling you want. Because think about it. Some of us tend to go through the day and say, when I feel like doing it, I'll do it. Sometimes we got to do things that is best for us, whether we feel like it or not. And we got to generate it. I mean, I have an example of that today. I was exhausted after picking up my son from school. And I knew that I couldn't focus to do what I needed to do. So something I rarely do is take a nap. You know, part of me wants to say, well, I got to cook dinner and I got to do this and I got to do that. But I said, you know what, 20 minutes just to go in my room and lay down, close my eyes and just recharge. And after that 20 minutes, I felt like a new person, and I was able to get back to preparing dinner, getting ready for this call, and do some other things that I had to do this afternoon. So sometimes you got to take those breaks, but we tend to just push ourselves and push ourselves. And when we get in that stressful moment, it's hard to envision the future. When you're overwhelmed, discouraged, when you're depleted, it's very hard to look into your future. That's why we tend to self-sabotage our efforts when we're under stress. So when you get to that point, that's the time to just step back, refocus, and realign yourself with your vision. Don't stay in there long. It's going to happen, but again, you got to generate the energy to get out of that spot. Don't stay there. A lot of us like to dwell in that emotion and that feeling way too long. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to acknowledge it, but don't let yourself stay there. Intentionally get yourself out of that place and start pushing yourself to achieve that future that you envision. So that's really what you have to focus on. Your vision is your future self. Who is that person you want to be? What is that person doing, saying, feeling, eating? You got to keep that on top of your mind at all times. You know, when you're feeling depleted, take some time to breathe, sit back for 20 minutes, take a power nap, reassess, do some writing, take a walk, do something to reset and refocus and generate the feeling that you want, so you can get out of that place you're in and keep moving towards your future self. And other things we got to do is block out the time. Sometimes, again, we get into the habits. When I have the time, when I feel like it, when I'm in the mood. No, block out the time and stick to it, because success happens when you're doing the right things over time consistently. Not just here and there, not just every once in a while. It's consistent over time. And again, when you do make a mistake or do slip back, fall out, it's okay. It's succeeding is about not staying in that place as long as you used to, not doing it as frequently as you used to. Because as you practice this, it gets easier and easier. You start to bring it to your mind and you say, oh, there I go again. And you eventually start to make steps to get out of that much more frequently and much more automatically. So it does get easier. Just don't give up. Just keep getting up. And over time, it'll become more frequent that you're winning. Sometimes we let those setbacks happen too frequently. It's like sometimes we'll have so many good days, but as soon as you have a bad day, you allow that to just ruin all the good stuff you've already done. Why? You know you can do it, as every one of you has succeeded at some level. And we tend to let one bad day just wipe it all out. Don't do that. Keep going. Because if you've come this far, you can keep going. You just have to push, refocus, reassess, and keep adding those skills, refining those skills that will help you move forward. So develop those skill sets. What are the tools that you need to succeed? Do you need to get better at organizing? Do you need to get better at planning your day? Do you need to get better? Do you need to wake up earlier? Do you need to work out more consistently? These are things that you need to incorporate. What will your future self do? For example, you've always wanted to play tennis, or you've always wanted to start running. Then start. If you can't run yet, walk. If you can't walk, get on the treadmill. Do something to get you towards that goal, because we think that we can wake up and be a superstar overnight. No, take steps, take baby steps. Over time, you will get better. And that's what really is important. Really always look at your future and what are the choices and the activities that you have to incorporate to bring that future into reality. So just a few tips is be patient with yourself, refocus, and generate the energy that you want. Because don't think you're going to wake up one day and say, you know what, today is a great day to work out, or today is a great day to plan. No, you got to generate that energy and just do it. And you'll find that once you start, it'll get easier. Just start it. Plan it and say, you know what, I'm going to do this every day. Just plan. Like, for example, before you go to bed tonight, just say, what's those 3 things that I want to do tomorrow that'll help me achieve my future life. And if you incorporate at least 3 things a day, that's enough to help get that lever moving forward, or lever, or, you know the analogy I'm trying to talk about is whatever it takes to get that needle moving forward. So your homework is, after listening to this video, is to share 3 words that describe who you are when you're at your best. Because again, when we're at our best, that's glimpses of our future self. When we, that's our future self when we resisted those sweets, those carbs, when we got up, when we had that week of, faithfully working out, when we were able to resist all those things that we couldn't resist before. That is a glimpse of who you really are. So who is that person? Who is that person that is consistent and able to do what she needs to do to get well? What are those 3 words? Is it confidence? Is it resilient? Is it bold? Are you strong? Whatever it is, just share those words, write them down. And, you can share them with us, or you can post them on your mirror and look at them every day. Train yourself. The brain loves repetition. Remind yourself, and it will work. Trust me. So again, we got to retrain our brains, retrain our thoughts, and as a result, we'll have better actions and a better life. So that's today's training. But, just let me know what you think, and please let me know what more you would like for me to talk about. So take some time to review, watch this replay, share your 3 words that define who your visionary or your future self is. And remember to realign, refocus, and make sure all your thoughts and actions realign with your future. All right, ladies, get out there and achieve more freedom in your health and your life. And I will see you next time. Good night now.